of the day is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. Guys, the Jacksonville Jaguars got their first win of the season last weekend versus the Indianapolis Colts. It was a great back-and-forth game. Trevor Lawrence finally looked like a pretty decent quarterback. Tank Bigsby found the end zone a lot. But now they have their next two games over the pond. Over there in Europe, the next two games, right? The Jaguars, guys, are 6-5 in Europe. They did win two games over there last season, playing back-to-back games, and then this year they played back-to-back games as well. So, guys, the question is, buy or sell? Is the NFL giving the Jaguars an unfair advantage by letting them play back-to-back weeks over in Europe year after year after year? Now, I want to start off by saying this, that I cannot stand out-of-country games. I don't care if it's Brazil. I don't care if it's London. I don't care if it's Mexico. I don't care if it's Canada. I do not like the out-of-country games. But I especially hate the London games. I hate the London games because of the whole 8-hour time difference, right? The time zone is horrible for the NFL teams that are only over there for 1 week. And we get bad NFL games. We do. We get bad NFL games. The Jaguars will now have played 4 games in Europe the last 2 seasons. Back-to-back weeks the last 2 years. The Jaguars normally excel in bad games. If you're going to get a nice, bad, grounded-out type of game, the Jaguars are a team that you want. Because let's just be honest, they're a bad football team. So with that being said, guys, buy or sell, are the Jaguars getting an unfair advantage by the NFL by playing back-to-back overseas games? And I am buying this. Not only do the Jaguars play over the pond each and every season, it seems like the last 4, 5, 6 years they have played over in London or Europe in general, but they play back-to-back games. Back-to-back games. So not only are they playing over the pond, have an 8-hour time difference, they're there for 3 weeks to acclimate, right? They're there for 3 weeks to acclimate. It is definitely 100% advantage. It is. Why is it an advantage? Well, because you don't have to travel over there twice, right? You travel over there once, you get there on a Tuesday, you have all week to acclimate, you play the game, you have a whole another week over there to chill and just kind of really relax more or less, and then you play another game while your next opponent is traveling over there. And it's starting to be the norm that they play over there, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that they consistently get to play over there. Guys, if you are not buying this, you are a homer. You are a overlooker of the obvious. You are just like, really? I didn't even think about it like that. So, guys, buy or sell. The NFL gives the Jaguars an unfair advantage by playing them overseas. James Shamo said this is 100% way. 100% way. Mark says the Jags are cooked this season. They haven't done anything impressive and spent too much time on a mediocre quarterback. However, Mark, last season, the Jacksonville Jaguars went over the seas and they played, I don't know who they played first, and then they played the Buffalo Bills, right? So they won both those games, and they ended up winning 6 games in a row after that, right? They started off slow. They won a game before they went over the pond, just like this year. Then they played 2, won 2 over there, and then they won 3 more in a row after that. So just because Trevor Lawrence is a mediocre quarterback, this gives him an edge, right? He wins when he goes over there. I don't know how he does it, but he consistently wins when he goes over there. Year after year, Trevor Lawrence comes out there with the pile of poop shining like gold. I'm not for sure the same, but something like that, right? The point of the matter is they have an advantage. They have an advantage because last year when they beat the Buffalo Bills, everyone's like, oh, Jacksonville Jaguars are real deal. The Buffalo Bills suck. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills did go on a downfall after that. Fired their offensive coordinator, insert Joe Brady, bada bing, bada boom, to the moon. Jaguars won 3 more games in a row. Haven't won a game since last week. So, James says, if you're not buying, you are a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. True. Mark says, to be honest, I don't think it will matter. They're just not that good of team. We discussed this before the season. We have discussed this. We discussed this ad nauseum that they're just a bad team. Trevor Lawrence is not very good. But yet, here we are. We're talking about them because they're getting ready to win 2 games overseas yet again, go on a 3-game winning streak, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, they're going to win the South. And then they're not going to win a game till next October. And then we're like, oh, okay. All right. Buy or sell? Do the NFL give the Jaguars an unfair bias by playing them back-to-back weeks overseas? I am buying it.